Hello. Hope you all had a great spring break. Now we're back at it, back to the grind. Miss you guys. Hope you're doing well. This is your World Civ. First video for the next section, which is going to be about Russia. Yay, Russia. There's some good stuff in that section. We'll see how I go through it, because I have in that one a couple more multimedia things I had some students do for me back in the day, and they were really good. And I think it helps you guys put Russia's history in general. It's good and bad. In college, you'll have majors of Russian history, not specialized degrees in master's or PhD, where they're history doctorate. Or history doctoral student who specializes in Russian history. That happens. But in undergrad, there are many universities that have degrees specifically for Russian history. And that's what's crazy is there is, and I say this in the most loving way possible, it is a black hole of information. Russia has both in the past, maybe not anciently, but in the past and present and implications for the future, such a big play. I mean, as a world civilizations teacher, I would be doing a huge disservice if we did not cover this. However, because there is so much information at play within Russia, I have to give it to you in doses, and making sure that, and Russia isn't even like my specialty. You guys will see Putin pictures and stuff like that. And if I show you a couple of the different slides, hopefully that'll make a little more sense too. Anyway, as we get through it though, be aware, as we get through this topic of Russia, that I'm gotta hold some back, because there's so much information you can get that I'm going to give it to you in doses and sort of keep it a little more compartmentalized than I would if it was even an AP comparative government course or an AP European course. So just be aware of that. Now, the purpose of this video, it'll probably be titled newsroom assignment or whatever, is I want to give you a heads up. I'll send out an email today, and I do have, we had a new student who added into World Civ. I'll make sure that she's been so patient with me. When the whole school went into dismissal, we had a couple students who added in, coming from out of state or whatever, and thank you for your patience. In my attempt at making this more connected, as opposed to just like a blank canvas, pun intended, course, there were a couple of students who came in later who just missed it because they didn't have the emails. Their emails and contact info for them and their parents are not in the system yet, and who knows when it will be because of the whole dismissal. So thank you for reaching out to me. I think I've gotten you the information, but I'll make sure that even when I send this stuff out today and in future emails, I have a running list of those who are not in the system, so to speak. Anywho, thank you for your patience in that. You'll get this information. The email you'll get today will be the actual assignment, which will be due on February, yeesh, that's how bad I'm in a time warp here, April 20th. That's when the assignments due. So similar to the Nigeria travel agency assignment when you sent that in to me, same process. By the end of the day and I'll put this in the email, but April 20th, which is a Monday, so 11:59 p.m., not a.m. Thank you, Seneca. I don't know how that email, I thought I was so thorough and I was like, yep, got this done. Concise, and then I switched it and said AM, and I guess by looking at that, some kids saw it and were freaking out like, I gotta do the test in 20 minutes. Thank you for your patience. I think you all got that update. Anywho, but by 11:59 p.m., end of the day on April 20th, which is a Monday, the following assignment will be due, and it's entitled the Newsroom assignment. I think it fits rather well within the weird situation that we're all in this mini pseudo-quarantine, stay home, stay safe, stay strong type idea. this is an opportunity where there's many levels of it and layers of it. And I've added them, especially for this trimester, to help give you guys something to do that's constructive and compelling and enriching. But also, it can scale to be very little, or it can scale to be bigger, right? I've created it as such. The basic gist of it on the assignment that you'll see is it's a simple essay. Same format as the test you guys just took, right? Where there's questions, some with multiple parts, so it might be one question with A, B, C, D, or whatever. Your job is first and foremost to answer those questions. Are there resources online? Yes. Do I allow you to use them? Yes. This is an assignment, not a test. It is a 75-point assignment. This is the biggest assignment we have in the trimester, right? So for you, I would recommend making sure you answer the questions first and foremost. And on the 20th, you can turn that paper in, send it to me, Google Doc, Word Doc, PDF, whatever, via email with your name on it. Awesome. If you answer all those questions correctly, you get 75 out of 75. You can use sources online, but and I did ding people from before, like for the travel agency assignment, you have to attribute the information. Big block chunks of a paragraph or more that are just like cut and pasted is not, even if you attribute it, it's still, yes, not plagiarism, but you're not going to get full credit because I want it to be your own synthesis, right? Your own, not just regurgitation, but you synthesizing information, maybe doing a little analysis on it as well. So your role is to do just that, to answer them. You can use online sources. I do have, if students need to come in on a case-by-case, and we don't recommend it. It's not required. If you need to get some supplemental information, you can reach out to me, meaning like a textbook. Some of you checked some out, some of you didn't. If you need to, you can use that as a resource. But you're going to answer the essay. And the essay's got three main sections: Russia, Iran, and Nigeria, the three countries that we will have covered by the 20th. The 20th is the due date. That's when we finish up Russia. Okay, so you'll get that. You'll turn it in. That's it. However, I have spiced up the assignment a bit to where if you want to go beyond that, or if you aren't happy with your score on the test, which I'm in the middle of grading, I should have most of them graded by the end of the day. PowerSchool should be updated. And I'll talk about what I'm seeing, and I guess I'll mention that now. Most students are doing okay in terms of with the review and stuff, with I think identifying the correct answers. The one thing I'm really looking for that I'm struggling sometimes is the name recognition, using the names. If I'm trying to get you ready for an AP vibe, you got to name drop effectively. So Buhari or Babangida, Abacha, and not just those guys who stole money from Nigeria. So that's my approach to the grading of that. But if you're not happy with that grade, then you can try to get some extra credit on this upcoming assignment, which is the NEWSROOM assignment. If you can turn in the paper, get 75 out of 75, awesome. You can turn in the paper and have a little artistic license, and as you'll see, there is, I guess I'll read it for you now, but the preface to it is you can make this essay into a script, almost a telecast as a newscaster, right? Like an anchorman or anchorwoman, where you're there telling the American public about the news. In this case, we're imagining a fictitious thing of three countries taking over the United States, and what do we do, right? And to help you understand, we then tell you about the different countries and answer these questions. That's like the prompt of this assignment, just to make it a little bit more fun. Engage your flash memory. Because if I gave you just a simple assignment, you could do it, but it might not engage your flash memory as much. Whereas this, hopefully, will. So we're imagining those three countries, very, facetiously are taking over the country, the U.S., and have combined forces. And you're trying to tell the American public about these countries, like what do they need to expect about, and you follow the prompts that I've given you, right? So you can turn it into like a newscaster script, like Anchorman. Well, hello, Jane. My name is Amy. And I guess Amy has a more guttural voice. And I am the newscaster here telling you that we're all going to die. Or, I mean, you can have a little bit of fun with it. You can say, back to you, meteorologist Jim. We have a front of authoritarian government coming in here with a 70% chance of anarchy. You know, like, you can have a little fun with this newscast report in an actual script. Now, the main thing, though, you still need to answer the different questions in the script. So if you turn it in on the 20th as not just an essay but like a script, awesome. You can probably get some extra credit points, maybe 5, 10 extra credit points if it's a lighthearted, fun script of like a telecast where it's news anchor, line, meteorologist, line, field reporter, line. You know, that's what you can do and have some fun with it. If you do that, you can get some extra credit. You can then go into like the last layer of really, I'd say work, but also extra credit. And that is to actually make it into a videotaped telecast, a recorded telecast. So you totally can do that as your last option. I've had kids get like 20, 25 points extra credit on this, and it helps them like not coast, but gives them a big cushion for the rest of the trimester. So you can just do the formal assignment, answer the questions in essay format, just like we did on the test, paragraph form, we're done. 75 out of 75. Use outside sources. You can get 10 points, maybe 5 points, if you shift it into a funny or dramatic telecast, right? Same answering the questions. I've had some kids who like do the essay, make sure they get the credit, and then turn it into a fun telecast. Your telecast doesn't need to have all the information in it if you do it that way and like have 2 separate sheets. But you can turn it into a telecast and be fun that way. Your final option that you have, if you want to, is you can turn it into a videotape telecast and send that to me. Either YouTube upload or if it's a video file, make sure you use proper video editing procedures. I've had some kids do it in the past where like they'll use a Microsoft Edit program and they won't save it, they won't export it and save it in the final format, and they'll like send it to me. And school computers and stuff, we don't have many of the paid programs, so like I can't see it unless it's exported and saved. And so you can do that and have fun with it. Those are the 3 different options you have, like layers of getting more extra credit. The main thing is answering the question, get the 75 to 75, keep your life simple if you're done with that. I'm also giving you the leeway to work with other students. So I'm trying to remember the classes themselves. Yeah, first and fourth. Normally I'd say like maybe you can work with kids in first or fourth. You guys can work seamlessly. Like if the max I can have in a group is 15. I know you're thinking like, whoa, Peter, that's a ton. But 15, there's a lot in this essay. You can split it up. One person do all the work and the 14 don't have to. So that's fine too, but no more than that. Beyond that, it doesn't work well. So you can work with a group from first and fourth, or either way, any mix. So if Seneca is real close with somebody else in another class, like she can switch it up, and that's fine. When you turn it in on the 20th, you need to put, if it's a group thing, whether it's just the paper or the telecast or the videotape telecast, when you send it in, you need to be very explicit, just like the travel agent brochure person that I was working with, these 3 people. Boom. So I give them the appropriate credit and any extra credit. Be aware of who you sign up for. I had a girl who was eventual salutatorian of the high school, and she was in the drama. It doesn't really apply to as many people here because life is so different. But she had allied herself with a couple group mates, and they basically said, okay, you do Russia, you do Iran, you do Nigeria, right? And then we'll synthesize it all together and have one assignment. When they did that, she did her Russia part, but the other 2 people didn't do their part at all, and she was completely hosed. She turned in the assignment, got a third of credit, in tears because she didn't choose her friends wisely, if you will. So be aware of that if you divide it up. group work, because sometimes people do all the work, but this is my attempt at trying to give you something different to do. And it's also a way that you can work together, right, without actually congregating in mass places. The videotape telecast can be edited. You'll see I will upload an example where this is a good thing that you can do that's fun without actually having a mass congregation or getting social distancing things off. So I'll read the prompt for it. You are a famous newscaster, one to whom the nation looks in times of need. Dun, dun, dun. Unfortunately, 3 countries have combined forces to take over the world. Dun, dun, dun. I did it again for dramatic effect. You are running a live broadcast trying to warn, calm, and inform the American public. Since most people have no clue about Russia, Iran, or Nigeria, your viewers need to understand some basics about each country. As your program progresses, it becomes quite clear that they have invaded and taken control of America. Dun, dun, dun. 3rd time for effect. Now, it is even more important that you explain who our new rulers are. You must write your telecast, your script. You can include other anchors and field reporters if you want. Remember, you didn't even write a telecast, just answer the questions. Or turn it into a telecast. You must turn in this typed 12-point font standard margin paper on 4/20, April 20th. You can also receive extra credit if you turn it into a script or if you turn it into an actual videotape telecast. To receive full credit, you must answer the following in your script, and 3 parts: Russia, Iran, Nigeria. Just answering those things matter, right? And these are hint, like almost like AP type questions. Yeah, so I think that's it for the assignment. I will upload an example today as well. One of the better examples. This was got the max extra credit, 25 points in terms of editing software, high definition abilities. It's nice. As you watch it, though, you might think, well, this is a lot of boring information. It's not boring in me personally. It's useful information, but we've packaged it in a way that's a little more humorous. So both email and both the email and this video and the example video will be uploaded today. And your goal between now and the 20th, you've got about 2 weeks, is to decide, okay, am I going to do it by myself? You don't need to let me know until the 20th. Do it by myself, I'm going to do it with other people. Am I going to just do the paper? Am I just going to am I going to try the telecast? Am I going to do the videotape one? That's your role. And you're just chugging along on that assignment, right? And I hope that helps. I hope you're all doing well. And we will see you on, random thought here. I had somebody give me a comment, and I've never seen this show before, and I'm thinking, this is me really holding back. I am so holding back. There's parts of me wanting to do all the YouTube tropes of weird, guests throw on the show, or weird unboxing videos or makeup tutorials. But I'm holding back because this is still a taxpayer-backed class, and I know you guys are jonesing for something weird and different, but I'm not. But I had somebody tell me that I guess there's a kids host, Blippy. I think Blippy is the name of it, and I've looked it up cursory way, in a cursory way. He's got a weird hat, and he shows kids about random things. And they said I teach like that, so claim to fame. There you go, Blippy in high school. Anywho, have a good one. We will see you on Thursday. Right, we're now in a mode where every other Thursday I will start in on Russia. We'll probably have 4 different parts. Probably 4 different parts on Russia. Yeah. And Thursday will be the first one. So, hope you're doing well. And we'll go from there.